Lila, first of all, is just a really fun word. I like to say Lila. Lila, 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 Lila. It's a playful word. It actually means divine play in Sanskrit. It's play both in the sense of life as a play, but it's also life as an attitude of play.
But what Lila is for me is a series of retreats that I've been doing over the last few years that focuses on helping people to connect to the divine, however they consider the divine. God, source, their heart of hearts, their subconscious, nature, the universe.
It was about how that creative partnership between the soul, the manifest world, and the spirit or creator is always here. That creative partnership is always here right now.
I want to help people rediscover their curiosity, or what I call a sense of wonderosity about just being alive at all. Whether you think of the divine as your heart of hearts, as your relationship to God or goddess or source or spirit, if that part of your life is not vital, everything else seems boring. Everything else doesn't seem to have a purpose to it.
I felt a very deep presence of the divine as I sat there and held that image in my mind, that feeling of everything being perfection. I felt it in my body, in my sensations, the tingling in my feet.
When we're talking about things like our own deepest values and passions and joys, or we're talking about spirituality, it can be really vulnerable territory.
I did have some fears come up of looking silly. Leif helped me to not be afraid by having activities in the beginning that brought me into a safe emotional space.
I create a place that's safe enough for people to spring out and take risks that are valuable to them.
It felt like you were encouraged to drop in and take risks. He showed us by doing that himself, and that was pretty remarkable to witness.
And to be honest, the thing that I think creates the most safety is love. When participants come in and they feel that I'm holding the space with love, and they feel the love of other people, there's space to blossom. And the otters started getting really self-conscious and started taking themselves way too seriously. And they froze in this poor position. Hey, how's it going? Just a second. Ah! You never really know quite what's going to happen at a Lila retreat. While I have a plan that's set of activities, anything can happen. Lila! It's a variety of modalities, from ecstatic dance to singing to improv dance to a lot of theater games and group games and activities that you might encounter if you went to a camp or another team building retreat.
One thing that ties all the different practices I use together is they all tend to be improvisational based. Because when people are improvising, they're out of their left brain where they're practiced and rehearsed and planned.
Okay, for me, it was a total treat to have an entire day to play and to explore some of these themes that are really big in my life, but I don't necessarily get chunks of time to go into them in a feeling way.
So what people get is a great experience, whether that's a day or a weekend or a week-long experience. They have a revitalized relationship to the divine. They have practices and tools that they can continue using by themselves or with others to keep that relationship going. They have a vitalized relationship to their creativity, so they're producing more art, more songs, and that vitality that they get from both their creativity and the divine affects their personal relationships, their sense of purpose in life, and their vocation.
It was really powerful for me. I was able to let go of some of my barriers and self-judgments and fears, and it was just a really good opportunity to play and feel more lighthearted with all that I've kind of been sitting with.
If anybody was thinking about going to a Lila retreat, I would say do not hesitate, don't think about it too much, just go and check it out and experience the joy and the fun and the depth and the just pure exploration of it all.